Hello everyone, welcome to this episode of Market Pulse. My name is Ajit Mahuli, the founder and mentor at loanpriceactiontrading.com. Let's take a look at what Nifty has been doing and is likely to do in this week. So if you see, based on the last week's market pulse, we said Nifty might still not be able to break this area, and we did move up and got a nice short-term income long reward to risk ratio. Taking a look at the monthly chart, we are still moving up from that monthly demand zone, though this is already tested and is very located very high, and there is a good chance that it might break this probably next month if the market trend continues to weaken further. So on the monthly chart, if you see, nothing much. We are still in a consolidated down move. This demand zone has been tested multiple times, and the new areas of demand zone where the best investment potential will be at around this, but definitely at these areas you're going to see some bounces coming in. So probably 14,800. If we break this, we will probably move towards 14,800 to 14,000. That will be the area where we can look at some bounces coming in. On the weekly chart, what we have is again a confirmed trend on this. So last week we went down, last week we went up, and again this week we did go up to the prior week's high, but again got sold off. So if we start going down further and break these lows of 15,700, which is going to be a crucial point, then we could be headed towards at least 14,800 to 14,500. That is the range that we could be heading to. But if these prices hold, then there is a good chance that Nifty can stage a comeback all the way. Move further a little bit, move more on up to about 16,800. That's the area where it is likely to move to based on the weekly chart. On the daily, if you see, we are having similar price actions. That's the area of supply from where it is getting resisted continuously. Again, good areas of supply somewhere close to 17,400, but that's quite far. And we are still holding this area of demand zone on the daily chart. So once we break this, we will be easily moving towards at least 15,400 and then about 14,800. So be cautious. Nifty could still remain range bound this week between 16,400 to 15,800. You can trade the range. We are at the high end of the range and looking at a smaller time frames. Let's say on a 125-minute, no demand zone till we reach, let's say, 15,900. Similarly, on the 75-minute chart, though there is this area of demand here, this is not well located and there is a good chance it could break. So probably again, longs at all, if you want, you can look at longs on confirmation at about around 15,800. And if we get a chance again at around 16,400 odd levels, you can look at shorting again till we break 16,500. So that's going to be the setup on the smaller time frame for the index. So range bound movement with a downward bias. Be cautious. Longs only on confirmation. Pullbacks can be looked at shorts based on reward to risk ratio. Along with this, if I quickly take a look at the India VIX, if you see, India VIX is also though it is in an area of supply zone on the weekly, that supply has been tested multiple times. So there is a good chance that it could probably go in a little bit deeper in that supply zone and then come down. But then yes, it looks like volatility might still further move up. Taking a look at the daily chart, all this is tested multiple times. So there is a chance that we might move all the way to 27, and if VIX moves to 27, Nifty could again come down to about 15,800 to 15,900. So be cautious about longs on the index, and intraday you can look at shorts if you have a pullback. Let's take a quick look at what Bank Nifty has been doing and is likely to do this week. Again, Bank Nifty 2 behaved as we anticipated in the last market pulse, that we were there at the low areas. It went up again and retraced up to 34,800. That's where longs had their targets met and profits booked for a good reward to risk ratio. Let's start with the monthly chart. So monthly, this is a nice downtrend based on lower highs and lower lows. And that's the area of demand zone, which is something that Bank Nifty is right now in, but there is a good chance we could go further deeper into this, probably go to the origin of the move that took it to a new high, which will be clear on the smaller time frames. But again, downtrend, we moved up, we came down, we're making an attempt to move up again. More clues will probably be offered to us on the weekly and daily charts. So on the daily chart, if you take a look, that's the area of demand. A weekly chart, that's the area of demand zone from where we are moving. Again, we had moved all the way up to 38,000, but this time the bounce, we need to see till what the bounce is likely to go, as we have new supply zones on the weekly chart at around 35,500 odd levels. So that's the area where you can look at some confirmation shots for probably a target up to at least 32,500. Since this is a pivot and there is a chance that if this breaks, we could go down further lower, probably maybe again to 32,000 based on the weekly chart. So there will be good reward to risk. So that's going to be the range for Bank Nifty for this week. Moving to the daily. So that's the area on the daily where Bank Nifty has been going. Let me just mark the daily demand zone here. So that's the real daily demand zone. So new longs can be looked upon here on confirmation. These all will be now aggressive, and you can trade short-term income like intraday trade setups. But for swings, maybe with lesser position as you can. But the advice is that this is the area where you could have good move to the upside for Bank Nifty based on the weekly chart, and that's where good shorts will be available. So for now, the range is going to be from 34,800 to 33,000 approximately. That's about 1,800 point range based on the daily chart. And going to intraday time frame. So if you see this continuously, we are being resisted about these areas. So that's the supply zone. The 75-minute chart, which is being held. And now if Bank Nifty opens lower than this, then we could easily move towards these areas of demand zone. Buying should be based on confirmation, because probably prices can again move further. So if you see, that's the real demand zone. So again, in this, you can look at some short-term trades based on confirmation, because if you see Bank Nifty is ranging between 34,800 to 33,300 to 400 levels. So right now, if you have a pullback here, maybe you can look for some intraday shorts. Swing shorts will be good at these areas. These are very good areas to have a swing shorts for Bank Nifty. It's about 35,600 and target all the way up to 32,500. There will be good reward to risk ratio available. That's all. Please go through this disclaimer.